Jimmy Carter's presidency is one of the most debated in modern American history. Was he a weak leader, or did he simply face impossible odds? The economic storm. From skyrocketing inflation to the infamous Iran hostage crisis, Carter's presidency was marred by crises that seemed to spiral out of control. But how much of this was his fault? When Carter took office in 1977, he inherited an economy plagued by stagflation, an ugly combination of high unemployment and high inflation. Add to that an energy crisis, where Americans faced gas shortages and soaring prices. Carter urged Americans to conserve energy and even installed solar panels on the White House, but his message came off as grim, not inspiring. The Iran hostage crisis. In 1979, the U.S. Embassy in Iran was overrun, and 52 Americans were taken hostage. The crisis dragged on for 444 days, making Carter look helpless on the global stage. His attempt to rescue the hostages ended in tragedy when a military operation failed, further eroding public confidence. Why the bad rap? So, why does Carter get such a bad rap? Part of it comes down to his leadership style. As a Washington outsider, he struggled to work with Congress. His detailed micromanaging approach left him bogged down when decisive action was needed. And then came Ronald Reagan. Reagan's optimism and strong leader persona were a stark contrast to Carter's cautious pragmatism. The comparison wasn't kind. The overlooked successes. But Carter wasn't all failures. His greatest triumph? The Camp David Accords, a historic peace treaty between Egypt and Israel. He also championed environmental conservation, expanding national parks and protecting millions of acres of wilderness. And his push for renewable energy was decades ahead of its time. Legacy revisited. While Carter struggled as president, his post-presidency is considered one of the greatest in U.S. history. From humanitarian work to fighting diseases, Carter's legacy shows a man deeply committed to service. Was Jimmy Carter a weak president? Or was he simply handed a bad deck of cards? One thing is clear: his moral conviction and dedication to service remain undeniable. Subscribe for more deep dives into history's most misunderstood leaders.